everyone, this is Gail at Ladyfingers Sewing. Today I'm going to share with you how to cut out block number 29 from the Made and Found Quilt Along. Each week for 36 weeks, the Made and Found Quilt Along releases a new 9-inch patchwork block on a Thursday. And what I've chosen to do, because all of the directions of course are for rotary cutting, many of us like to use the AccuQuilt cutting system whenever possible. So I decided that each week I would shoot a video to help you understand how to know what dies to use when you're attacking a rotary cut block and trying to figure out what dies will make it, instead of cutting out shapes with your rotary cutter and ruler. So this one is pretty easy. There's only, 3 different dies that we're going to use. So let me show you what they are. The first, since this is a 9 patch and it is a 9-inch finished block, we know that each one of these units is going to finish at 3 inches. That helps us know what size dies we need right away. And since they're 3 inches finished, like the center square, half of that is 2 rectangles that finish at 3 by 1.5, and you get the idea. So it's not that hard to figure out what shapes you need, what sizes you need, if you just do a little bit of quick math. So most of the time, when it's a 9 patch and a 9-inch finished block, you're going to be reaching for your 6-inch cube for all of those shapes. The first shape I'm going to share with you is shape number 1 from the 6-inch cube, and this is simply a 3-inch finished square. We only need one, because that is the center of the block. That's all we need for that. So straight of grain, this is the stretchy side, this is the straight of grain, or the long lengthwise grain, and that's what we want going into the machine to keep things from stretching when we're cutting. Okay, rub your mat to lessen the chance of static, and we have our center square. Okay, next we are going to cut out our squares. These are going to be, there's two colors from which we're going to cut the smaller 1.5-inch finished squares. There are 4 squares on the die board, and this is shape number 2 from the 6-inch cube. So here's where it might be a little bit more difficult to see, but if you look at the diagram here, you'll see that that shape is a rectangle, and there's one of your small squares, and here's the other small square. So if you look at the larger diagram, this corner is actually comprised of a rectangle with a square sewn onto it. So just so you know. Since we need, this is our squares, so we're going to be needing 4 squares in the the lighter teal color, and then we're going to need 4 squares in the number 3 color designation, which for me is the darker teal. So we have 2 different colors of fabric on here. We're going to get 4 squares of each. Okay. And there we go. Looks like somebody got stuck there. Here we are. Okay. Next, we have the rectangles. Now there's quite a few rectangles in this block. That's kind of unusual, but in this case that's what we have. We're going to be needing 4 in the number 3 color designation, which for me is the darker teal. We're going to need 4 rectangles in the medium, or the lighter teal I should say. And then finally we're going to need 4 rectangles from the number 1 color designation, which is the lightest blue that I have here. So I'm cutting all 3 colors at the same time because we can cut up to 6 layers of fabric with AccuQuilt. That's what we need. We have 6 layers to get all of the rectangles we need. So that's kind of nice. It's very few cuts for this block, which is great. Okay, don't forget, slide that mat off of your die board. Don't lift it if you can remember, because that will lessen the chance of static. And that's not normally a problem in my sewing room, but I know for some of you it can be a little troublesome. So we just eliminate that step by sliding and rubbing the mat a little bit, and that takes care of a lot of things. So since this is a 9 patch, there's your center square. That's right here. And then we have the 4 units that are along the sides of each of the block. And this will go here. And this will go here. And leave that one. And that one. And there. Now I do a video every week. I don't always get them done on Thursday. Those of you who have been following along, you know that. But guess what? I got a new machine. So it's been quite an amazing ride this week. It's been pretty exciting. So we're going to need 4 rectangles in the darker teal. I'll just go that way. There. And there. And then we need the lighter here, 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 and here. And then the dark squares here. This is another wonderful pattern for an all-over quilt if you're so inspired. It would be great with striped fabric, or, you know, if you wanted to fussy cut something in the middle, that would be kind of cool too. But easy peasy, not bad at all, and no pesky triangles to match up, no points. So I hope you enjoy making this block. Make sure that you follow us on our Facebook group, which is Lady Fingers AccuQuilt Go Club Facebook page, and also the Made and Found Facebook page. Be sure you join both of those groups, because that's where you'll find the patterns released each week. If you're just getting started and you want to catch up, all of the previous blocks from the last 29 weeks are available on the Lady Fingers AccuQuilt Go Club Facebook page, in the Files section, and also in the Made and Found Facebook page in the Files section. Or you can download all of these patterns at ladyfingerssewing.com, which is our website. All right, so thank you for following along, and we will see you next week.